but how pure it should be. So Namya of grade 12, she will demonstrate the impurity in tea. Yes, Namya, start please.
Good morning everyone. My name is Namya Jain. I'm from 12th standard. So today I'm going to experiment adulteration in tea leaves. So tea, which most of us drink on a daily basis, it's the most drinkable beverage in this world. So who don't want a good quality tea? So studies have shown that we have got many adulterations in tea leaves. Many people, for monetary advantages, add iron fillings or even harmful colorants in your tea leaves. So FSSAI, that is Food Safety and Standard Authority of India, have given us few home experiments to check whether our tea is adulterated or not. So here, the first experiment is to detect whether a tea has iron fillings in it or not. So I have tea from two different sources. I have put them in open packets. So here is a magnet. I'm going to gently move the magnet beneath this pallet. It's easily visible that iron fillings are getting separated out, whereas tea leaves are getting outside. So if your tea is adulterated, you can easily separate out iron fillings with the use of magnet. Here, this tea is not adulterated. See. Although I move it many times, but it's still...
No, it's not visible actually because of that black background. So we can perform the experiment directly about it.
Okay.
Right? You do it. You can see the iron will get stuck over it.
It's... See here. Here, I have got all the iron fillings
Show the
attached.
white line. Show the white line that here.
See,
Show the white line.
it's visible now?
Yeah, visible.
Okay. So now they have got, all the iron fillings have got attached to the magnet and now tea leaves are left there. Whereas in this case, we can see, we don't get any kind of iron fillings in it. So this is non-adulterated, whereas this is adulterated. So now there is another experiment to detect whether a tea is exhausted or not. Exhausted is the tea which is pre-used and again sold by drying it up. So here I have tea from two different resources. So I am going just to add few drops of water to it in the both teas. So it's visible that if the tea is adulterated and exhausted, we have got stains over it. Whereas if the tea is natural, fresh and has herbal content in it, so there is no stain on the filter. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you, Namya. It was a wonderful demonstration of tea adulteration. So, why do these people add iron? Iron is iron filling. Iron filling is by fine powder of iron that has a more weight. With half kg of tea doesn't mean half kg of tea. It may contain some amount, that is 50 grams of iron. That is very cheap as compared to tea leaves. So for the monetary benefit, some businessmen are not having good business ethics. So if you find such type of problems in your food, you can complain also in the Consumer Court or to the Food Corporation of India. But that is not our agenda for today. But for the general awareness, I am telling you that you can give a complaint in the Food Consumer Court or to the Food Corporation of India. They will take action, right? So people should not play with the life of the people, health and life. They should do business. They should have monetary benefit. One should have. If they are in the business, they should have monetary benefit. But not at the stake of somebody's health and life. So this is adulteration. Adulteration in everything, almost everything. I have shown you milk, fruits, tea, vegetables, and now something more I'm going to show you. The last one. I have got paneer. I have two samples of the paneer. One sample I have got it from the market. I will not name the company. Another I got it at my place from the milk. I need an ironing solution, please. That container. Sir, take me home. Students, wait for just 1 minute. There is some technical issue. It is resolved, sir? Right. Okay. Issue resolved. I have got here two samples of the paneer. One from the market, other from the where I got it at my place. I have made the paneer by myself from the milk by adding citric acid to it. But what is the adulteration in paneer? Let me tell you. How do we get paneer? Paneer is basically coagulated milk. What do you mean by coagulation? Coagulation means milk is a colloidal solution which contains the proteins and the fats and some vitamins also. When we add citric acid to it, the proteins and the fats get precipitated, that get coagulated, and that becomes paneer. It means in a pure paneer that should contain fats and proteins only. But the dairy products business they do to increase the weight of the paneer, but not from the milk, they add starch. I will tell you what is the cost weight basic difference. Milk cost roughly 50 rupees per liter. Out of it, we can get 200 grams of paneer only, maximum. It means for the 50 rupees, they should get 200 grams of paneer, and they are selling it at the rate of 75 rupees. Today morning, I got the paneer from the market. For the 75 rupees, I got 200 grams of paneer. Now to increase the quantity benefit, how much benefit they are getting? They have invested 50 rupees and got paneer 200 grams and sold it at the rate of 75 rupees. It means they got the benefit of the profit of 25 rupees. But in that, if you remove the paneer and add starch to it, starch is only 30 rupees per kg. It means if you replace the paneer by the starch, it becomes an artificial milk amalgamated with the pure paneer. So the weight of paneer will increase, but what they are offering us the starch, not the protein and the fats. So to detect whether it contains starch or not, I have here iodine solution. I am just adding a drop of the iodine here. Wow, what you can see as I add here, it becomes black. See it carefully. This black is a confirmatory test of the presence of starch. This is an adulterated one. Now here I have got the paneer that I made it at my place, and now I am adding it. It is only getting yellow. You can see very clearly. It is only getting yellow. Yellow color is of the iodine starch only. It is pure paneer that I got at my place. It does not contain any starch. But this one I got it from the market, from the dairy vegetable. And this shows the presence of starch. It means the starch has been added to my food and told me, sir, it's a very good paneer, that is. We are offering the best paneer in the world. for at this low price. This is the claim they give us. But perhaps he may not know me, that I am a person of chemistry and may detect. Right? Anyways, the point today is food is essential for life. I will not say not to get anything from the market. Get it. But before you consume it, test it. If it is not found fit, reject it. Right? Okay, now I have now last 10 minutes now. Now I invite questions from you people. If you have texted in the YouTube, my team members has got some questions, right? I invite Harshan, my student, who has got the questions from the viewers. On the behalf of the viewers, she will be asking the questions. I will be helping you to answer this. Yes, please.
So good morning everyone, I am Harshan and today we got one question from the viewers, and on the behalf of viewers I am asking you the question, sir.
Okay.
So generally cows and buffaloes are injected by oxytocin hormone to
Okay.
increase the production of milk. So is this oxytocin healthy for human beings?
Okay. That's a very good question. Thank you, viewers. You have given a very good question to me. The question is, for the milking, to get the maximum milk from the cows and buffalo, they are injected with an hormone injection, oxytocin, to increase the production of the milk. Is it good for the human or not? Okay. So, viewers, my dear, it's a very good question. I'll answer it very simply. Oxytocin is basically a hormone that is secreted by the pituitary gland in every mammal. I repeat, oxytocin is a hormone secreted by the pituitary gland of every mammal, whether it is a cow or buffalo or humans. Its production increases at the time of the delivery of a baby. Why it is excreted? What is the function of it? During the delivery time, the uterus, the vagina, its path is blocked by the body of the baby. It gets stretched, it gets pain in the body. To relieve the pain, nature has its own mechanism of relieving the pain. This oxytocin is secreted by the pituitary gland that increases the peristalsis process, the movement of the uterus and the vagina, that makes it easy going out of the baby from the vagina out. This is the basic purpose. Now, to decrease the pain, to relieve the animal from the pain, the oxytocin is injected in the bloodstream of the mammal. It is also given to the humans also during the delivery time, so that they can deliver the baby not with much pain. The pain can be relieved. So this protein, this oxytocin will come in the milk also, because that is also injected in the bloodstream of the cow or buffalo. Now it is in the part of the milk also. The same milk now we are consuming. It means we have got the oxytocin now. It's another hormone. Now question is this oxytocin harmful for our health or not? So let me tell you the chemical composition and chemical structure of oxytocin. Basically it is a tertiary protein. Those students of the grade 12, those who have done the chapter of the biomolecules, and the bio students of grade 11, they know the structure of the tertiary protein. It's a complicated zigzag structure. Basically it's a protein only. It means in the milk we have additional protein. When we drink that milk which contains oxytocin, it is digested. Digested means it will be denatured and converted into primary proteins. And the primary proteins are digested by the pepsin and the renin in the stomach and will get converted to amino acid. And that is absorbed by the body. It is another nutrition for us. It means that oxytocin does not have any harmful effect on our body when we drink the milk. But the problem is, when it is given to the animal, cows or buffalo, every day, the peristalsis process continues. The movement of the uterus and the vagina continues. And that increases the milk in the mammary glands. But due to the continuous and everyday peristalsis, the cow or buffalo will experience pain in their reproductive area. And according to the Cruelty Act, Prevention of the Cruelty Against Animals, 1982, section 15. It says that such type of torture should not be given to the animals. So, being human, don't torture animals, don't give oxytocin. Whatever the milk they are giving us, take it as a blessing. Right? And don't believe that milk is the only source of food. We have many food things which we can take. Right? Even if milk is less in quantity, we can deal with it. But don't give oxytocin to the plant. Don't be cruel on animals.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Jajan. Any more question from your side? I'm turning on the mic from your side. If you have any question, you can directly speak to me. I can hear you when you speak. Yes, sir. Any question coming from? Yes, my students, if you have any question, you can turn on the mic, stand up and ask. The mic is with you. It's your turn. I will be happy to answer. Are you happy with the answer that I have given you? The use of the oxytocin? Please write in the chat. I'm not getting a response. Are you happy? Or if you have any question, please turn on the mic and you can ask. Or at least you can write. We have few minutes more for this webinar. Before we end the webinar, we can have a live interaction. No questions, sir? Okay, so we are at the end of today's webinar. We have many techniques of detection of the food adulteration. We have TLC, thin layer chromatography, we have HPLC, we have spectroscopy. Many techniques are there that can be done at home, not at home, in the lab, sophisticated labs. But today I have discussed only those tests that you can do at home only. We need tincture of iodine, you can get it from the market. Rest all tests are very simple, you can do. So that's all for now. I am very thankful to all you people who have attended this webinar and learned. I hope you have learned, right? I am thankful to the CBSE who has provided us this beautiful platform where we can share our learning. I am thankful to Mrs. Gauri Chhabra, the principal of Justice School, who have given me opportunity to present this webinar. Thank you very much. Thank you.